Hello. My name is Jackson Mwindi. For those who don't know me, I usually make content about travel opportunities and different things which are not related so much to entertainment, but more related to education and some bits of small entertainment here and there. But we basically inform people on different pathways to immigrate abroad, or whenever opportunities arise, we usually tell them to go and grab them before they are not there again. So today I want to talk about how how to go about the interview as an African and for Schengen visa, because this is one of the biggest opportunity for people to go and explore or visit the Schengen area. And as I told you in the other video, the Schengen area is composed of more than 25 countries. There are actually 26. I don't know whether they want to add Turkey and a host of other countries like Uzbekistan or something of that sort. They are debating, and if they decide to add other countries, they might as well go to almost 30 countries. So. mm I wanted to tell you the tips which will help you now to be able to scale the interview, because that is what makes many people not be able to get the visa, which is an opportunity of a lifetime. I usually say that before you visit, you go to the embassy to get a visa, and the way to get this visa is going through. You can go through VFS Global. They usually help you to apply for this visa easily, and you pay some fee, and they help you throughout the process. But when you go to the embassy, you need to demonstrate that you've researched about the country you are planning to go to. For example, you need to demonstrate that you've researched about their culture, their language, maybe their customs, the laws of the country. Maybe you've gotten to understand one or two things about smoking, rules relating to how you relate with people of the opposite gender, and the things related maybe to how you greet people, maybe one or two words about in the language of that country. That will help the visa officer to know that you are ready and you are prepared, and you've researched and known the culture and how the system operates in that country. And this goes again to the next point, which is be truthful as possible, because when the visa officer feels that you want to hide something or you are lying, they can try to dig deeper by asking you more probing questions, and through that you'll find that you are losing your cool because you are lying, you're not saying the truth, and you end up mixing up the whole thing, and definitely you'll be caught pants down by the visa officer, and they will obviously deny your visa. Otherwise, you don't want to be caught lying, because it will dent your image, and that information it remains permanently in the database of that embassy. And most of these Western embassies, they share a lot of this information, so you need to be as truthful as possible. The other thing I usually say when you are preparing to immigrate or to visit the Schengen area, you need to prepare all the documents before you go to the embassy. For one, you need to have your passport in place, maybe financial statements in place, properly prepared, and you can get them so easily. You also need to show that you have what we call maybe a letter of invitation. Maybe you are attending a conference, maybe you want to visit a friend. You need to show this information when asked by the visa embassy. The other thing I usually say when you're visiting an embassy to get a visa, you need to dress what you call appropriately, or let me say professionally, because the visa officer also understands that needs to know whether you are prepared or whether you are ready you are serious with what you are applying for. If you just go there with shorts maybe and shaggy t-shirts, not professionally dressed, There's because the visa officer is human. They can deny you a visa based on their own biases and the stereotypes, and they can deny you a visa. The other thing which I usually say is when you know you have a visa interview, you just need to be as punctual as possible. For most of these embassies, like the US Embassy, by 6 a.m. East African time, it's already open and the processing applicants for different types of visa. So if your visa interview is slotted to around maybe 8 a.m., be there like 1 hour or 2 hours before that time, and you don't want to get into an interview while you are sweating, and it looks bad when you arrive late for your visa interview, and that can be grounds for your denial, because as I said, the visa officer is still human, and they are subject to biases and stereotype. I also say that when you are intending to go to the Schengen area, have a clear information, have a clear set of answers to questions about your trip. Maybe where are you going? When will you go back to your home country? Are you planning to work? Do you have a friend? Do you have a family who lives in a Schengen area? Maybe have you ever been denied a visa before? Do you suffer any medical conditions? I've ready answers with this information, because this is all about being prepared and ready for the interview. Also have a clear information, clear answer to the questions about the purpose of your visit, because these are questions you'll not miss at the visa interview. You can also include your accommodation and the plans for your stay while in the Schengen area. The other thing I usually tell people to be ready with is things or information which can show or will show that you'll go back to your home country after you are done with your visit to the Schengen area. And this can be in form of maybe you have a family back home, you are still in school, you have a job, you can demonstrate you have a permanent job in your home country. You have financial stability in your home country, and through this, all these, including a logbook, kinds of property, title deeds, all these things you can present in terms of a verbal or using documents to the visa officer for them to understand that you'll go back to your home country when you are done with your visit. So the other thing, you need to be able to provide contact information of the people. Maybe if you are planning to visit people, maybe your friends or family, maybe a conference, you need to be able to demonstrate contact information, addresses of the places you plan to visit, maybe the hotels you'll be residing in, or maybe if they are hostels. And you can also provide emergency contact information in case something happens. And this is also includes you having what we call travel insurance. You can get a travel insurance before you embark on your journey to maybe the Schengen area. You also need to answer questions about the kind of job you do in your home country. Maybe these questions is also tied to can be asked directly, or you can be asked separately, and it goes a long way in demonstrating that you intend to go back to your home country after you are done with your visit. So be prepared with this information. You can have the contact information of your employer, the address. Maybe if they have a website, you can demonstrate that, and you can also present your pay slips or pay stubs, and this will go a long way. A long way in proving that you are ready to go back to your home country. And lastly, be patient and don't lose your cool. Don't lose your don't show attitude there to the visa officer, because the visa officer has the final take, the final say whether you'll get that visa or not. So maintain your cool, usionyeshe mang'aa, and don't show attitude. And try to smile a little bit. Don't fake a smile, but try to, because these are human, and they are subject to biases and stereotypes, and also their own attitudes. So you need to show a good attitude to the person who is interviewing you, and at the end of the interview, you need to thank them for granting you the opportunity to interview you, and if the visa is denied, you also just need to thank them, and you can politely ask them to tell you the reason for denying a visa, so that you prepare next time for the visa interview. So basically, all that is what you expect to be asked at the visa interview in different countries which are in the Schengen area. The questions can differ in context, maybe in wording, but the goal is always the same towards understanding all those things I've just told you. So you can tell us your experiences about visa interviews, whether you are denied or you got the visas, or what happened at the visa interview, down in the comments. And you can also ask questions in the comments. And before you go, make sure that you like this video, so that you help us now to spread further, and this information gets to more and more people. Thank you very much for listening. You can watch another video here or here, and others which you'll see them flashing up here. Thank you very much, and have a good day.